Shalom Aleichem. Peace upon you in your coming, and peace upon you in your going. We're hopefully now going to start a new series called Under Our Talit, which is alluding to the Makifim, the Orot Makifim, the encompassing lights which are afforded us and are accessible to us through our Tzelem Elokim, our divine image, and hopefully by means of this we can extricate ourselves on a person-by-person basis to share with other people until we can generate a butterfly effect, blessed souls, to encourage other blessed souls, which is every human being upon the face of the earth, to understand that we have to start to engage in the elevation of human intellect, to extricate ourselves, as I mentioned before, from the normal mindset, which is very confused and very angry and very sad and very depressed and very tearful with all the events that are plaguing the earth right now. So we can turn to Mor Nevuchim, the guide to the perplexed, by the great Israelite sage Rambam, who talks about the idea that although we understand that Scripture, Bible, Torah, as we say in Israel, is a matter which is beloved and axiomatic, it has to be prefaced by the concept, the muskal of nuvoah, of prophecy. Because if there's no navi, if there's no prophet who serves as the human loudspeaker to transmit the divine instruction, how do we know the instruction is divine? So, in navi, in Torah, if there's no prophet, if there were not originally Nevi'im, prophets, then we can say, heaven forbid, there was no Torah. But since we know the Torah testifies by the fact that we see in many instances where the Most High spoke to various individuals in the Tanakh, that in fact there were prophets, because the Most High empowered them to give a message to the children of man, children of women, all human beings, all embedded within their spiritual DNA with the Tzelem Elokim, a divine image which you can learn more about, blessed souls, by going to chapter 1, verse 27 in Genesis. So the Sefer Yikarim brings out that the purpose, the Talit of Nevuah, of prophecy, is order that people should experience an awareness, not of what is matters of personal interest that will occur in the world, or to prove some sort of point miraculously, but rather it is to assist the children of man, all human beings, to distinguish those things which are desirable by our merciful and loving Creator, and those things which are not desired. And therefore, the purpose and the elevated state of prophecy is that the Most High's instructions, His harot, should reach man. Meaning, a Torah min hashamayim, that which is in the heavenly realm, divine instruction, sheyiyeh Torah shel haaretz, the instruction upon the living earth. Therefore, we understand that Torah is a heavenly thing, but we need to have people who can receive those transmissions properly. Another teaching which rings out in my ears and hopefully in yours, and the ears of my soul, the ears of my mind, and the ears of my heart, is that prophecy is something which comes to the wise. It comes to someone who can master his emotions. Eventually we'll get into some sort of, hopefully, delineation of who is privy to prophecy, in order that we should not be misled. What we say near shysters, people who are fooling us. And those foolers are imposters and filled with vain dreams, and they force their vain dreams upon the masses because their spirits are troubled, and therefore they trouble the spirits of the masses. So if one person's spirit is troubled, does that mean he, or I should say she as well, because there are people, sometimes I've seen that there are women who parade themselves all over the creation as well as prophetesses, but without the true spirit of prophecy, but rather the vain imaginations within themselves, that they mislead people and others, but ultimately they only mislead themselves. So that's what I just want to conclude with you now, blessed souls, to think about these matters about prophecy, and how if we do believe the Scripture, the Torah, is a matter of divinity, there has to be a means of human beings who the Torah was given to be configured in a proper way. And the way we are configured properly, those of us who are not prophets, and I exclude myself among anyone else, before anyone else, is that we have to understand that we're historically individuals blessed and anointed to receive prophecy, or that you and I should know what to do in these days, just in the face of all the problems that plague this blessed earth. Have echad, one love, gorel echad, one destiny, kulanu, for all of us. V'dar chinam, dar chishalom. Sababa, rejoice because you made the choice, lahamshik, to be continued in the fellowship of learning more about Torah Kodosha, Nitzchi, the holy and eternal Torah, so you can better connect with your Tzelem Elokim. And if you can better connect with your divine image, you can better connect with the Most High, His divine instruction, and others who are seeking the same outcome, to make this world a pleasant and peaceful abode to precede the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, our righteous Messiah.